So I'm here with Stephanie's son, right?
Yes.
Stephanie's son. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yes. So I have a civilian background. I've been flying since I was about 15 years old.
Okay.
And started flying in high school. My father's a retired airline pilot.
Okay.
And I thought it'd be a fun hobby. I wanted to do international business or maybe be a lawyer. But just thought flying would be a really intriguing hobby. So when I started flying, it was for fun. But then as I started getting into the airplane and seeing in Central Florida where my family lived, the lakes and the coastlines, fell in love with the view, right? The aviation bug bit, as they say. So fell in love with it and then felt God's sense of calling to do that as my profession. And so I started looking at different aviation programs. To make a long story short, I ended up at Purdue University for their aviation program.
Purdue, all right.
And so, but I had done my private already in Orlando and then finished all the rest of my ratings at Purdue University. I instructed there, I was on the flight team. And so when I graduated, I had about 1,000 hours.
Okay.
And some of the regional airline doors I was considering had closed. Their minimums were 1,500 hours.
Right.
Didn't have enough time. But anyways, ended up to be able to fly for SkyWest Airlines on the West Coast.
SkyWest Airlines. So what's your position in the airlines?
Right now or then at SkyWest?
Now.
Now I'm a 737 captain for United Airlines based in San Francisco.
737 captain. How long have you been a captain?
Since 2021.
2021.
With United, but previously at SkyWest, 4 years as a captain.
Okay, so you have quite a bit of experience being a captain.
Okay.
Just a bit. So, something's interesting about you that we see.
Yeah.
If we go, can we talk about it?
Sure.
If we go down a little bit lower, we'll see
Little baby bump.
a little baby bump going on. So, you're still flying
I'm still flying.
with this baby bump. What trimester are you in?
The second trimester.
Second trimester.
14 weeks.
14 weeks is still flying. Ladies, I want you to wrap your minds around that. There are a lot of women in the military that fly while they are pregnant and they are still capable and she's still doing captain things, right?
Yes, even in the airlines. Yep.
Even in the airline.
And airlines, yep.
Yep, so how many kids? Is this gonna be your first kid?
No, surprise. This is number 4. So my kids are 7 and under.
7 and under, all 4?
Yes.
Yo.
Yes, but with God's grace and my amazing supportive family, my mother-in-law helps us, my husband has a very flexible schedule. I live in base. That's also really a key part. It's a 40-minute drive to the airport.
So I wanted to talk to you, Stephanie. Ladies out there who want to start a family, do things, have kids, do all this stuff. 4 children, captain, under 7. First of all, I think you have to be a little mental to have like 4 kids under 10 years old. That is a lot of work. Great support system.
Yes.
It can be done. It has been done. It will continue to be done. So what is the benefits of working for the airlines? They understand this about people. So how is maternity leave and how is all that?
That's a great question. So we're under a new contract at my airline, United.
Yes.
But even with the old contract, my other pregnancies, so we had a leave policy where you could take 9 months off after baby's born and then a possible 3-month extension. Before that though, normally ladies would stop flying when they had about 2 months left in the pregnancy, but depending on how people felt, right? Depending on their energy level. And anyway, so I was really thankful that I was able to fly up to 32 weeks with my 2 sons. And then my daughter was born during COVID, so the training center was closed. A lot of things were special with COVID, right?
Right.
But all that to say, I was so thankful to be able to take my maternity leave, be off for almost a year, and come back to my same seniority,
Yes.
my same position. Of course, I had to go to training, get requalified,
Yes.
right? Spool up, but really thankful to keep my seniority and then be able to have that leave time. So, but I will say I have friends that have had their kids at all different stages of flying. I have friends that have had children when they're flight instructing, when they're at the regional, if they're doing corporate. So there's all different kinds of situations. And even there's a wonderful resource called the Pilot Mom Facebook group. You might be aware of it.
Okay.
And so ladies have all different situations. Some live close to family, some have nannies or au pairs. So where there's a will, there's a way, right? So I just want to encourage you. And even one of my mentors, Terry Donner, she's a retired UPS captain. She's here at the conference.
Yeah.
And her 3 kids are grown now, but she was my first example. Mom, airline pilot, juggling. It's a juggling act. but it's doable.
But you are emblematic of, if you want to fly, you still want to have a family, it is all possible. It is doable. There are support groups out there for you. And dude, you're amazing. I think, I'm sure you are tired most of the time.
You know, I would say it's getting better. My little baby is 2 years old. He's sleeping through the night. He's a good sleeper. But I think even now, having some seniority, I can drop some trips. I'm getting a little more flexibility where I've been flying almost like a part-time schedule, where I've been flying a lot the last few months, 3 days a week or so.
Yeah.
So of course there's different schedules at every airline, and some people, you start out, you're a new hire, you have your schedule, whatever you get, right?
Yep.
The airlines especially are all based on seniority.
Yeah.
But I think most of us try to make the best of it. But the reality too, I've done a little bit of special assignment work in our flight office in San Francisco,
Okay.
where it's more of a desk job, right? It was my first desk job. And that's 5 days a week. That's like a full-time job.
Yes.
So, and it was a 1-month assignment for me, but it really made me realize I have so much more time, even though my schedule varies.
Yes.
When I fly, sometimes it's evenings, sometimes it's mornings, it can be Tuesday, it can be Saturday. I have so much more time at home though, overall, than a traditional 9-to-5 job.
Nice.
So I'm really thankful. I mean, some people you talk with and they don't like traveling half the week or this and that. So I think we all have our personality, our ways that God has gifted us. But I'm really thankful for me, the flexibility of the airline schedule. If I want to fly a wide body airplane, go to Tokyo, go to London, I can do that in San Francisco. If I want to do, I like the 2 to 3 day trips, the shorter trips on the 737. So there's a lot of different options.
So what you're trying to say is, when you want to get away from the kids,
I go to Maui, no.
you go to Japan or you go somewhere. So shout out to United for allowing such flexibility and allowing women to be able to still do the job, keep their seniority, and do some good work. So I appreciate you.
We fly awesome, thank you. We fly awesome airplanes and amazing destinations. So
Thank you so much for
thank you,
talking with me. All
I
right.
appreciate it.